I'm Dr. Binu. In artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms, um, second topic of the third unit is regression. What is meant by regression? Regression is the study of the nature of relationship between the variables so that one may be able to predict the unknown value of one variable for a known value of another variable. In regression, one variable is considered as an independent variable and another variable is taken as dependent variable. With the help of regression, possible values of the dependent variable are estimated on the basis of the values of the independent variable. Utility of regression. It is represented by nature of relationship. Regression analysis explains the nature of relationship between two variables. Estimation of relationship is nothing but the mutual relationship between two or more variables can be measured easily by regression analysis. What is meant by prediction? By regression analysis, the value of a dependent variable can be predicted on the basis of the value of independent variable. For example, if price of a commodity rises, what will be the probable fall in demand? This can be predicted by regression. Then the fourth one is useful in economic as well as business research. Regression analysis is very much useful in business as well as economic research. With the help of regression, business and economic policies can be formulated. Then we will see the differences between the correlation and regression. The first one, degree and nature of relationship. Correlation is a measure of degree of relationship between the two variables x and y. Regression is the nature of relationship between the variable so that one may be able to predict the value of one variable on basis of another. The second one, cause and effect of relationship in correlation as well as regression. In correlation, does not always assume cause and effect relationship between two variables. But in regression, it clearly expresses the cause and effect relationship between two variables. Then third one, prediction. Correlation does not help in making predictions. But in the case of regression, which is able to make prediction. Then the fourth category is symmetric. In correlation analysis, correlation coefficient is the measure of direction and degree of linear relationship between the two variables x and y. Suppose Rxy and Ryx are symmetrical means Rxy is equal to Ryx. This implies that it is immaterial which of x and y is dependent variable and which is independent. Correlation coefficient Rxy and Ryx are symmetric. But in regression analysis, the regression coefficients Bxy and Byx are not symmetric. That is, Bxy is not equal to Byx. Thus, in regression coefficient Bxy and Byx are not symmetric. Then the next category is nonsense correlation. There may exist spurious or nonsense correlation between two variables by chance, like a correlation between rise in income and rise in weight is a nonsense correlation. But regression analysis, there is nothing like nonsense regression. Types of regression analysis. There are varieties of regression analysis are there. First one, simple and mutual regression. In simple regression analysis, we study only two variables at a time. One variable is dependent and another is independent. The relationship between income and expenditure is an example of simple regression. Suppose more than two variables if we study at a time is called as multiple regression analysis. In multiple regression analysis, at least the three variables are considered, in which one is dependent variable and all others are independent variables. The study of effect of rain and irrigation on yield of wheat is an example of multiple regression. Then second category is linear and non-linear regression. When one variable changes with another variable in some fixed ratio means that is called as linear regression. Such type of relationship is depicted on a graph by means of a straight line. But in another case, that is nonlinear regression, one variable varies with another variable in a changing ratio, then it is referred to as curve linear nonlinear regression. This relationship expressed on a graph paper takes the form of a curve. The linear regression between the two variables is represented in this diagram. The multiple regression models can be represented by linear as well as nonlinear. In linear regression, it again classified into linear regression, dummy variable, interaction. The nonlinear regressions are again classified into polynomial, square root, logarithmic regression, reciprocal regression, as well as exponential regression. Linear regression is the straight line can be represented by an equation with the form of y is equal to bx plus a. In this, b and a are constant. The value of a is called the y-intercept and it determines the point where the line crosses the y-axis. Suppose there are more points out there, means it is the equation is represented by y is equal to b naught plus b1x plus up to bn xn. The nonlinear regression is represented in this diagram. A logistic regression. Logistic regression is one of the types of regression analysis technique which gets used when the dependent variable is discrete. Example, it is represented as 0, 0, 1 or true or false, etc.